What is going on, everybody? This is HDX here, and we are a few days away from the biggest event of the week, the hottest night of the summer. No, I'm not talking about Summerslam, I'm talking about NXT Takeover, Brooklyn, New York, Part 4. 4 years ago, it was the very first NXT pay-per-view that took place outside of Full Sail. And oh boy, it delivered. It delivered indeed. And now 4 years later, we're at it again. So without further ado, it's time for the previews and predictions. So, let's get into it. Alright, for starters, we're going to kick things off with the first of the 4 titles that are going to be on the line here at this event. The NXT Tag Team titles, the current holders, the Undisputed Era, versus, straight out of the UK, the Mustache Mountain. Strong and O'Reilly versus Trent Seven and the inaugural WWE UK Champion, Tyler Bate. Now, to be honest, I'm going to make a quick prediction on this one. Based on what we've seen and TakeOver Chicago, I think Mustache Mountain is going to take this one for sure. Yes, I do remember that Mustache Mountain win the tag titles here back in the UK shows. And then a couple of days later, the Undisputed Era won them back here for some reason. I can understand why they let Mustache Mountain let them hold those titles for a little while. Because, hey, they're in the UK crowd and they have to let them win. And I can understand that, which is smart. Now, having said all of that, I say Mustache Mountain is going to win this one for sure. NXT Chicago, they kicked ass here. I cannot wait to see this to go up the ante. Now, coming up next here, we have another special match here. It's the 1%er against the Dream. EC3, Ethan Carter III versus Patrick Clark, aka the Velveteen Dream. DREAM is... I just love singing that. I gotta tell you, the segment where they were at the jacuzzi there, like, that was just some funny shit right there. I mean, actually some entertaining stuff as well at the same time. I love EC3 back when he was in TNA, then he was in Impact, and I freaking love Velveteen Dream because he's absolutely over as hell here. I say that I'll see him as the next North American champion in the future. Now, having all said that, here's my prediction here. I'm going to play devil's advocate and say that the Velveteen Dream will win this one. Now, I can understand that EC3 was a little bit cold at the moment, and I want to see him win as well. But after that amazing match between Ricochet and the Dream here, I want to see Velveteen Dream go over at this one and win this one here again. So, overall here, Velveteen Dream going to go all the way with the Purple Rainmaker and taking down the 1%er. Velveteen Dream will win this one. Moving on. Coming up next, we have the second of the 4 titles that are going to be on the line tonight here. The NXT Women's Championship between the current title holder, Shayna Baszler, versus the challenger, Kairi Sane, aka the runner-up, versus the winner of last year's inaugural Mae Young Classic. Oh yes, I remember this showdown from last year. The Mae Young Classic Finals where Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler were going at it to win that very trophy. It felt so awesome. A former UFC female fighter against a Stardom champion, a multiple Stardom champion when she was in Japan. It was a hell of a showdown, and in the end, Kairi Sane won it all. Now fast forward to 1 year later today, they're facing each other once again, only this time for the women's title at NXT. The Queen of Spades versus the Pirate Princess. I must say, I freaking love Shayna Baszler as the top heel in NXT and as a champion as well. I mean, she intimidates everyone wherever she goes. Whoever she comes across, she intimidates them. She will tear anybody down both physically and spiritually. I freaking love it. She's like the perfect bully, which is more than I could say for a certain individual that I'm not going to bring it up here, but that's for another day. And Kairi Sane here, I freaking love Kairi Sane. She looks beautiful, she's athletically amazing, and she has a lovable personality. The thing about it is that they try to make her as like the Pirate Princess cosplayer, and what I mean by that is that like she's not booked the same way as Asuka does. You know, Asuka's powerful, she was a force to be reckoned with, and Asuka had an undefeated streak that what makes her so amazing, that made her character so unique at the As with Kairi Sane, yeah, she's booked properly, and she had a couple of losses here and there but she's still doing good. She's still doing great. And it's so awesome that she did a Destino in one of the matches at some point. It's so cool. As far as who's going to win this match here, Shayna Baszler retains. Again, I love Kairi Sane, make no mistake about it, but I just think it's not her time to hold the NXT Women's title yet. And it seems as like NXT is wanting to go for somebody like a Candice LeRae. I can tell the fans are cheering and rooting for Candice LeRae because she was the female equivalent to Johnny Gargano, as far as I can tell. That's something that Candice LeRae has. She has this lovable personality as well, and she has this underdog idea. You know what I mean? Like she can relate to that. I mean, something I can relate to that in that aspect, just like I can relate to Johnny Gargano because I freaking love Johnny Gargano. And also, there's like plenty of other female talent there. Like a Dakota Kai, you know, that is becoming the new Bayley, and Bianca Belair, a force to be reckoned with, a freak of nature, and she's the best, hands down. And now, this is how I book Kairi Sane here in this situation here, if she lost. If she lost here, after that amazing, like, that, it's not going to take away from the fact that she gave it one hell of a try here, and she kind of felt demoralized, she kind of felt broken here, you know, like, not broken, Matt Hardy broken, mind you, but just kind of felt defeated in a certain way, and she's not even come out in her Pirate Princess cosplay. She's going to come out in a black t-shirt with her white attire, or like she's going to wear, like, black attire here at some point here, and she should kind of come off as more aggressive, more angry, like give her like some of that strong style that I wanted to see here from the Japanese wrestlers that I've seen for many years. I mean, not losing her smile, not turning her heel, is that like she has to be, you know, like where the fun and games are over, it's time to get serious kind of Kairi Sane. Again, Shayna Baszler will retain the title. Coming up next, we have the 3 of the 4 NXT titles that are going to be on the line here for this event. The North American Championship, the secondary championship here in NXT. Ricochet, formerly known as Prince Puma and Lucha Underground, Trevor Mann, versus Adam Cole, baby, the leader of the Undisputed Era. Now, this is the first time that Adam Cole will defend the North American Championship. This is the very first title defense of that championship title. And after what I've seen on NXT Takeover Chicago in terms of Ricochet and Adam Cole's awesomeness and great in-ring skill with his arsenal, I cannot expect any more but full awesomeness, like a 4-star or 4.5-star match here in this one here. This is going to be awesome here. Now, as far as my prediction go, I say Adam Cole is going to retain this one here, because I want to see Adam Cole as the champion to go against any of the other guys in NXT, because I want to see him deliver there. So, Adam Cole retains. And now, last but not least, the main event for the NXT Championship. The Joker, the Lex Luthor, the Green Goblin, the Joker, Lex Luthor, Frieza, aka the villain, the infamous Tommaso Ciampa, versus Batman, Superman, freaking Goku in this, the hero that they can count on, Johnny Wrestling. Of course, I'm talking about the husband of Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, in a last man standing match. Now, here's an interesting note that we have to address here. Originally, it was supposed to be a 3-way dance for the NXT title here, along with Aleister Black into the mix. Sadly, out of nowhere, he has suffered a groin injury and is required to have surgery and is going to be out in a few weeks. And that right there really sucks here, because Aleister Black is involved in this storyline. He fits well within the narrative in this situation. From that amazing match that we've seen in their weekly television show where Tommaso Ciampa screwed over Aleister Black here in that amazing title match here. Aleister Black felt like, I've been screwed over. I know I've been saying that again here. And I wanted to get that title back here. And I want to get hands on that son of a bitch who screwed me over. I want him so bad, as much as Gargano. And alas, again, he suffered a groin injury, and now he's in the sidelines. For how long, I have no idea, but I'm hoping and praying that he stay put and not moving up to the main roster. Otherwise, they're going to screw him up royally in terms of his persona, and I am not going to like it. Now, that being said here, it led to the point where really William Regal has no choice but to go the match without him. Gargano and Ciampa once again, this time in a 30-minute last man standing match. And I heard that a lot of people who was ever behind the attack of Aleister Black, whoever heard him, it's got to be Lars Sullivan. After what we saw in NXT Takeover Chicago, we figured that Lars Sullivan was behind this and he wanted to take down Aleister Black here after what happened. Hell, I assume that Lars Sullivan is in cahoots with Ciampa. I mean, they're probably teamed up and probably formed an alliance of some sort here. Yeah, but that would kind of mess up the angle here. Now, having said that, it really sucks that Aleister Black is gone. I'm really looking forward to seeing this three-way dance here. Instead, we're getting a last man standing. Now, having all said that, as far as the prediction goes, this got to be a draw. This match has to end in a draw. Because whoever wins this match, either way, that's going to spoil the end of it. Like, it's not going to be a satisfying ending to what could be the most epic rivalry, the most epic feud in all of NXT history. And on what I said earlier is that, do you think this is going to be over? Again, not yet. I want to see this to go again even further and further and further here. It's like every time we see them going face to face against one another, it's like they're writing a new chapter in this very awesome book. I assume they're gonna let Johnny Gargano take some time off here for the time being, and let Ciampa face some other opponents here, and then Gargano will come back here somewhere down the line here at the end of the year, or probably the next year for Brooklyn 5, the day before WrestleMania. And boy, I can't wait to see them to go up the ante on that time when that counts here. Until then, we're gonna see a last man standing. It's gonna be a draw. Make no mistake about it. So that's my NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 previews and predictions. If you like what you hear, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is HDX signing out. Have a good one.